Right, this is daily chart of AEPL. In this video, I'm going to talk about what happened today and my thoughts. You know, today Apple we started getting the bounce in the 115 area, 115.50 area, and I talked about going into the 125 calls. Sorry, yeah, the 125 or the 120 calls. And so they are slightly down from the entry point. But here's the big picture. It's only been one day, and I talked about that. And so here it is. Here's the Yahoo Finance, the Tuesday, August the 4th. These are the September 18 calls I was talking about, which gives us time, right? So the 120s are right now at 219, and the 125s at a buck. When I talked about where I entered was more in the 250 area for the 120s, and about 140 area for the 125. So they're down. They're down a bit. But again, this is the volatility. I knew this could happen. This is why the plan of the Septembers, because a couple of days won't really harm these options. And again, the most you can lose is the value of the option, right? Again, I didn't go in, or nor did I say to go to you'd go in full in today. So what I did is I did more of an averaging in. I started of some options, and then looking to add on power, which of course we never had. So that means we'd lower our average price, right, on the options. So now the key is to see how long. We shouldn't stay below 115 for very long. And so what does that mean? Well, 1 or 2 days. Well, this is day one. No more than 3 days. Anyways, this is not a long time. Would you agree? And so, my plan is that could we go a little bit lower, even test something like a 110 or something? Sure, we could very quickly. How much damage is that going to? It's going to not do that much damage to the options. All that will do is give us opportunities. To see whether we can get in on power again or on the 115, and then I'm like I say, I'm not going to add until I see something more bullish. And there's I don't want to really comment on that, but let's just say someone just holds these options to make it simple. Because I'm not going to go into it too much. I'm not really into bounce plays, but let's say you're holding, and you do want to add later on, maybe when we get above 116 or something. Right now, these 120 calls, they're worth $220, so they're down a little bit. And these are the ones I'm targeting. These are the best ones, the 120s. So let's go back to the chart. So that's the pricing of the 120s, and yeah, they can go, if we get those spikes down and stuff like that, they will lose value. But when we spike up, they'll get their value back very quickly because there's a lot of time. That's why I talked about the September. So I'll be still watching to see whether this will be, whether I will add to this or not. But in this case, if someone wanted to add, one might want to add on strength above 116. So you get a better, you have a lower average pricing on the 120 calls. If not, I would just hold them and wait a couple of days and see how much of a reversal we get, and you'll still be profitable. So we'll see how this all works out. That's my thoughts on Apple here, and this is this is the pricing of the options. You can check it out on Yahoo Finance here. I took a screenshot. So there you have it. The key in my video was I don't think this will stay below 115 for very long, and that we'll get a strong reversal. So, and that everyone should listen to the video, and that I would look to get into this with some sort of strength confirmation. I would have to pay, if I have to pay up higher, I'll pay up higher. I said 116, 116 and a half, right? So as you can see today, we were getting a bouncing action. I decided to get in some, but I didn't go in full out just because but I also protected myself with time. and that's the September. This is why I mentioned this, and this is a bounce play, right? But odds favor a strong bounce, and that's the play. And we'll see what we'll see how this all works out here with these these option prices here for Apple. This is a special thing. I'm not going to be doing this. I wanted to do this with Apple. Hopefully this works out very well. I mean, history has shown this will bounce. This usually will bounce, and I'm basing this on longer term charts. Strong technical analysis, but it's not perfect. So again, this is only day one. We're slightly below 115. It's only one day, right? We give it a couple of more days. We'll see we'll see what it's at even by tomorrow. So there you have the special update on Apple. Um, thanks for listening. Like the video.